Hey guys, Linda here, come back at you with another video today. Today I'm going to come back with some books I've read on my Kindle that I'm going to share with you, and I'll go over those with you. So let's get started. First up, I have Hyacinth by Minerva Spencer. She's writing as S.M. LaViolette, and this is Hyacinth. This is book number, I have to look at my paper here because I did write it down. This is book number 2 in the Bellamy sisters. They have it down here, the Bellamy sister. These are going to be on some sisters whose parents are on hard time, and the sisters going to do everything they can to help the parents out, like marrying and stuff like that. So this, I read out of order. So this is book number 2, and Hyacinth is masquerading as a man because she's very smart. She playing cards, so she's dressing as a man and going and playing cards. I forgot what the first book was about. I didn't read the first book. I got to go back and read that because I did enjoy this, so I'm gonna go back and read the first book. But in this one, the synopsis caught my interest a little bit more than the first book, so I was like, let me read this one. And like I said, I really did enjoy it. Hyacinth is masquerading as a she went to London to stay with their aunt, I think, because one of her other sisters, she's very, very beautiful, so they're trying to get her married off, and Hyacinth went too. But Hyacinth goes out at night dressed as a man, and she going to the gambling clubs and gambling and winning money, and that's the way she's trying to help. And she ends up meeting this guy there who is very curious about her. They become friends, and of course, he finds out that she's a woman, and it goes from there. I really, really enjoyed that. If you've read anything by Minerva Spencer, I'm sure you will like her writing, and you can read this. But these are, when she write as S.M. LaViolette, these are a little bit, she do write steamy, but these are a little bit more steamy. So of course these are very steamy. So if you don't want that in your romance, you might not want to read this, but I really did enjoy it. It's a historical, I love a historical, and I don't mind by my romances being steamy, long as they have a good story, and this was a good story, and I highly recommend it. I gave this a 4-star. Or did I give it a 4.5? I gave it a 4.5 star. Is this Hyacinth by Minerva Spencer, writing as S.M. LaViolette. And next up I have is Craving His Blood by Zoey Draven. Let me find that on here. Give me a minute. I got to go through here. I got a whole bunch of books downloaded on my Kindle, so I had to go through here and find what I'm looking for. Let's see here. I got it on here. It is right here. This is I think I mentioned this is the second book in the Brides of the Kylorr series by Zoey Draven. This is the second book, and I mentioned that I like the first book a little bit better than I like this one, but I gave this a high 3.5 star, 4-star, really a high 3.5. This is I don't know, I don't forget what the character's name are. I didn't write that down, but he meets the female at a tavern, and of course you got your fated mate, so he becomes kind of obsessed with this female, but he don't want, because I think he's engaged to somebody else, or he's supposed to marry somebody else, so he shouldn't be having feelings for this other female. But like I said, they are fated mates, so. And then he tried to fight it, but yeah, there's no fighting that. And he ends up coming there and speaking to her. And they find I think she found some kind of cabin out in the woods that she's trying to fix up. And eventually they end up meeting there at that cabin. And and the contention between them is he going to end up, not marrying who he's supposed to marry and marry her. So it's a lot of that going on, but it was okay. I gave it a high 3.5 star, and this is Craving in His Blood by Zoey Draven, book number 2. I liked it, but do I want to read again? No, it's not anything I want to read again, but I did enjoy it. I didn't put it down because sometimes when I'm not really enjoying a book, I put book down and don't go back for a month or two and read it again. But I wanted to know what was going to happen, so I gave this a high 3.5. If you like Zoey Draven, it got some steamy romantic scenes up in here. But I did enjoy it, and I would recommend you reading it if you like Zoey Draven, because what I didn't really find interesting, you might find, because everybody don't like the same thing in books, so you might find it, you might really, really enjoy it. like I said, I did like it, and I gave it a high 3.5 stars. So I would recommend it. Craving in His Blood by Zoey Draven, and this is in a series. So if you don't like starting a series and have to wait until the next year, because I think book 3, it might not even be out this year, and because I think she's writing on another book right now. So I don't know if the book 3 gonna come out this year or next year. So if you want to just wait till she complete the whole series, you can do that. But this is just book number 2 in this series, and it's 2 books out, book 1 and book 2, and this is book number 2. And next up, I have My Temptation by what is her name? Dog, I can't think of what her name is right now, but let me go and find the book. Hopefully I can find it here. My Temptation. Hopefully I don't skip it. Here it is right here. My Temptation by T.L. Swan. I couldn't think of her name. This is the first book in her Kingston Lane series. I gave this a 3.5 star. This one didn't do it for me because I didn't like the male character in this, because he started off like he was going to be a good guy. He meets I don't know if him and the female in this have a somebody set them up to meet. So they have a blind date, I think. I don't know how they end up, but they end up going out together, and he seems really like a nice guy, and they are very interested in each other. Yeah, and then they sleep on the first date. They sleep with each other on the first date. Yeah, don't do that. Because she ended up regretting it, because she slept with him on the first day. She thought they were going to have something going on, and he ghosted her. And because he had set up to meet her again, and I think he was going to call her and stuff, and he ghosted her. And did one of her friends see him somewhere? Or she saw him at a club somewhere? I forgot what happened. But when he was supposed to be with her, he was somewhere at a club somewhere, and she found out about it. Yeah. And then she ends up, because he live on Kingston Lane, and he's I forgot what he does. He's a businessman. I forgot what he does, though. But he has money and stuff. And she ends up inheriting some money. So that's how she gets to get on Kingston Lane, because it's a very high-priced neighborhood. And she ends up moving to Kingston Lane. And, of course, she moved next door to him. But this one didn't do it for me. I gave this a 3. Did I give this a 3 star? Yeah. Nope. I gave it just a 3.5 star. It wasn't no high 3.5 star. It barely made 3.5. Cause in the end, it kind of leveled out. I was okay with him, but when it first started, no. He was not. I did not like this character, and he slowly grew on me at the end. That's why it eked out to a 3.5 star. But this is My Temptation by T.L. Swan, and I do want to read the second book in the series, because it's going to be on one of the female character friend. They're going to be on her friend, and I was interested in her because her and her husband going, because she's married, but her and her husband going to end up getting a divorce. And one of the guys, because there's a bunch of guys live in this neighborhood, and they're all rich, so one of the guys is liking her, but she's married, so he never did try to do anything. So once he find out that she's getting divorced or she's separating from her husband, he gonna be all in. So I do want to read the second book in this, and I'm gonna see how that goes. Because if I don't like the second book, then I'm not gonna continue with this series. But for now, I am gonna read the second book, and this is My Temptation by T.L. Swan, Kingston Lane. And yes, if you know T.L. Swan, her books are very steamy. So yeah, there you go. And next I have is Anna Huang series. Book number 1 was King of Wrath. I don't know if you can see this, because this book is let me put it over here. Maybe you can see it that way, because this is all white and you can't hardly see it, but there it is. It's the King of Wrath. I enjoyed this one. This was my favorite out of the whole series I did. Out of the first 3, I think she wrote 4 books in this. So I read all 4 books. I liked all 4 of them, but this was my favorite, the first one, King of Wrath. This is a marriage of convenience, because the female's dad is going to, what you want to call it, blackmail the male character into marrying his daughter. So there's some blackmail going on, marriage of convenience. Enemies to lover, because he ain't feeling her at first, but then of course he fall in love, and I really enjoyed it. This is King of Wrath, book number 1. in the what is it called? King of Sin series. So this was King of Wrath. And then you had book number 2, which was King of Pride. If you can see it here, I'm trying to hold it down low so you can see it. This is King of Pride. This was book number 2. I gave this a high. All the other books I gave, that first book I gave 4 stars, and then the second book I gave a high 3.5 star. Did I give it a? Yeah, I gave the first book 4 stars. I gave this a high 3.5 star. This is on. And if you read the first book, you will know that they go to this men's club, or it's a club that only rich people. You have to have special permission to join this club. And in this one, the guy in here, this is where he meet this female in this book. Meet her at a club because she works at the club. She's a bartender, and the guy meets her at this club because I don't know their name. I don't remember their name. It's been a while since I read these books. But they meet at this high priced expensive club where she's the bartender, and they have a no fraternization of employees with the people who come there. So this is what's gonna be happening with them, because he's gonna like her and she's gonna like him, and they're gonna be sneaking around, but they ain't supposed to be going together because she worked there and he's because he can get kicked out of the club if he's caught messing with one of the employees there. And also he has some with his parents. I think he's gonna have a problem with his parents, with him and her going together, because yeah, she ain't gonna be good enough for him, sort of thing. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. I gave it a high 3.5 stars. And this is King of Pride in the King of Sin series. So you got King of Wrath, King of Pride. And I did read the third book, which was King of Greed. Let me see, can I find that one on here? Where is it? I hope it's on here. King of Greed. Yep, here it is right here. This is book number 3. I hope you can see it. This is even worse. Oh, there you go. There you can see it a little bit. King of Greed. I think this was on. This is on a married couple. They're married, and when they met in college, and she was helping him. She was tutoring the guy, and they end up falling in love, and they got married. And he promised her that when he become big or make enough money, he would they would be together and they could spend their time together. But it didn't work out like that because he's a workaholic, and he's been working ever since, and he be forgetting their wedding anniversary and all this stuff. And she just got fed up, with it all, and she just left him. And that's where it go from there, because he's going to be trying everything to get her back. I really enjoyed this one, too. I gave this a high 3.5 stars. And this King of Greed, this was good. I recommend all 3 books. I think she got one more book in the series that's coming out. I want to read that one, too. So I would recommend this series. The first 3 books in the series, I would recommend them because I think you would really enjoy them. And that was King of Wrath, King of Pride, and King of Greed in the King of Sin series by Huang. I hope that I'm pronouncing her last name right. I always have a problem pronouncing her last name. There you go. If you can see it there. I hope you can see it. And then I got, I think the next one is by J.T. Geissinger. Let me find that one. This is book number 2 in the Morally Gray series. I enjoyed book number 1, and this is book number 2. Fall Into You. I gave this what did I give this? I gave this a high 3.5, 4 star. I really, really enjoyed this. This is on the couple meeting here. I think one of them has broke up. I think the female has broke up with her boyfriend, and I forgot why he's at. They meet at a restaurant. Because the female is out with her friend. They took her out because she was depressed about breaking up with her boyfriend. And I forgot what he was doing. I forgot what he was at the club. No, it wasn't a club. It was like at a restaurant. I forgot why he was there. Maybe he was just taking a break or just eating out there. And they have eye contact. and they keep looking at each other, and her friends keep telling her to go over there and talk to him. So she ends up going over there and talking to him, and you know what happened. You know, I ain't got to go. One night stand. Yeah. And also, but I think she ends up leaving first. I don't know if she leave first or he leave first after they have their little one night stand. And eventually she goes for a job. She's trying to get a job, and of course, you know, he works there. So she ends up working at the same place as him, and eventually they get back together, and yeah, it goes from there. I really, really enjoy it. And then something gonna happen at the something I was very surprised. It just came from out of nowhere. Something happened, but I ain't gonna go into it anymore. But that's how they meet, and it goes from there. You got on the job romance, yeah. Falling into you, but I like the first one better than I like this one. But this one was okay. I would recommend it. I gave it a high 3.5. You could say 4-star. Fall Into You by J.T. Geissinger. And this is book number 2 in the Morally Gray series. And I have one more here. I think it's Caught Up by Liz Tomforde. This is her 3rd book in her Windy City series. Let me see, can I find that one? Here it is here. If you saw my video before this one, I showed you the book 1 and book 2, the male covers. And this is book 3. This is the discreet cover. I do love this cover. I might go ahead and order this because, as I mentioned, I didn't order the book. But I might go ahead and get the discreet cover. I do like it. This is Caught Up by Liz Tomforde. And this is the first 2 books was on hockey players. And I know the first book is a hockey player, and the second book is a basketball player, and the 3rd book is a baseball player. So this guy's a baseball player, and he's a father. So if you like the your hero to have kids, or a father with kids, and then this book would be for you, because I did enjoy it. I gave it a high 3.5 star, 4-star. This was on a baseball player, and he meets the female in an elevator, because he's in the elevator with his son, and he meets the female, and the female is his coach's daughter, who she's going to end up babysitting for the guy, and then they're going to go from there. So if you like a good what is it, nanny and her boss, this would be for you. I really, really enjoyed this. I highly, highly recommend. I highly recommend the first 3 books in the series. I think she got one more book she's going to come out with. I don't know what sports is going to be on, but I would highly recommend the first 3 books. I just didn't like it as much as I liked the first book in the series. And I haven't read the second book, but I got to go back and read the second book. I skipped the second book and went to the 3rd book, because I like baseball better than I like basketball. I like basketball too, but I wanted to read this one. It sounded really good. And so I read it, and I gave it a high 3.5 stars. So if you like baseball, you like sports romances, you like your hero to have kids, and you like nanny romances, this would be for you. This is Liz Tomforde, Caught Up. And I think she has been picked up by a publisher. I don't know what publisher it is, but her books, I think her cover might be changing. Some of these covers might be changing because she done got picked up by a publisher. Yeah, they're doing the darn thing. The self-publishing authors are getting picked up by the actual publisher. Yeah, good job. So, again, this is Caught Up by Liz Tomforde. And that's all I have. Those are the books I read on my Kindle in 2023. Have any of you read any of these? If you have, let me know what you thought about them. Did you really, really enjoy them? Because I did enjoy all of these. Just some I like more than others. But that's all I have for now. I will come back with some more books. Because I was looking through here, and it was quite because I didn't think I had read a lot of books, but it was quite a few books on my Kindle that I had read, and I didn't want to go over all of those. I'll be here forever. I just wanted to go over a few, and I'll come back and do another review of my Kindle and some books I've read on there. But until then, I'll see you all later. Keep reading those romances, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.